brutal sect of Putin's army accused of murdering their own comrades.
This post received a score of 9,600, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This confirms what Ukrainian intelligence released about Chechen enforcers being brought into Bacha due to Russian soldiers rebelling against their commanders or refusing orders to shoot civilians. According to witnesses, Russian soldiers were questioning civilians or being strict, but not shooting them. Then the Chechen enforcers show up dressed in black, shooting everyone and executing wounded Russian soldiers and anyone disobeying orders. They were ordered to target civilians by the commanders, and many Russian soldiers were refusing until the Chechen enforcers showed up to execute anyone not following orders.
Russia sees themselves as pillar of Christianity in contrast to rotten West. Meanwhile, they use Islamist fighters to persecute and murder other Christians and even their own. Russia really is everything they accuse other and everything different to what they call themselves.
The more we learn of the Russian army, the more it descends into a depravity factory. If part of their forces aren't willing to commit atrocities, the other parts of the army will brutalize them until they are. It's as if someone crafted an assembly line for producing the worst humanity is capable of.
Russia suffers from a lot of societal problems, especially in their extremely impoverished regions. Rampant alcoholism, high crime rates, and an overall culture of violence that starts at home but doesn't end there. Most of Russia is a very dark and hopeless place. A lot of these soldiers have deep-seated issues. Plus, violence is a big part of the Russian military culture. Opening square bracket.
Greater than violence is a big part of the Russian military culture. Apparently it's also a big part of Russian society, too. Otherwise it wouldn't be as tolerated as it is.
Considering domestic violence, crime doesn't exist in Russia, because domestic violence is legal. I'm sure they are all just a jolly bunch.
Worse is that it was illegal and then they purposefully changed the law to make it legal to beat your wife.
Russians' problem is they are still with the mentality of serfs, slaves living in modern world, get only this much, not more, or you risk to get squashed by their own mafia or thief-in-law. They never had a real revolution against their oppressor in leadership there. They simple switched one authoritarian system for another, from Imperial Russia to current Russia. Soviet Communist, a country by the people for the people, was the biggest lie sold to them. Lol. They could not even celebrate a victory that the leadership right away told them to curb their enthusiasm on their freedom and started.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.